What's good, everybody? This is Guru Cutler Dozier from Baja Zubu, Minnesota, USA. Coming at you with another video. Just got my hair cut, got my Rockports on, so I'm feeling pretty good. Wanted to do a video about body mechanics. Body mechanics are very important, and here's how the way that we practice this, okay? So, we're in our stance, in our high guard, weapon rested on the shoulder, weighted on the back foot. Here's how we're going to start to practice this. We're just going to come forward, turning our hips, and put the weapon into Sarada. Then we're going to come back, shifting our way backward, turning our hips, forward, turning the hips, backward, turning the hips, okay? And then once we've gotten used to this motion, we're going to drop the weapon, drop it down, and then we're going to retrace the line, up, down, up, okay? Body mechanics are very important. They're important for a few reasons. First of all, for generating power, okay? If I'm coming forward, boom, I want to make sure that I have my whole body into that strike. Just like when you throw your cross. You don't throw your cross like this, right? You throw your cross with the hip turn, making sure that you're not leaning over yourself, but that you're getting, as an old boxing coach used to say, you're getting your ass into it, okay? So, same thing with our strikes. We want to get our ass into it and our hips into it. So we come, strike. Now retrace the line, back up. I've heard some people say, I put out a tire striking video a few years ago, and I heard some people say, well, that's great. You have all these power shots, but what about finesse shots? Well, hey, finesse shots are great too. But I'll tell you what. If I put down the stick and I start dealing with this, okay, this right here is a much heavier weapon. And if I try to just manipulate this with my wrist without moving my body, I'm going to get in trouble. It's going to really hurt, okay? So we can practice this with the blade. I'll go this direction. First starting off just here, just coming into Sarada, and then coming back, and Sarada, and back, Sarada, and back. And then when you've gotten comfortable with that, okay, boom, let the blade drop down, let the blade come up, down, up, and you'll start feeling, if you're doing this with a live Zanzibar, you're going to really feel the weight of the blade carry you back up. Even when I'm, that hip turn, it lets me go. It not only does it let me generate power, but it lets me go with the weapon, okay? Rather than if I'm here, my body's still, and I'm trying to manipulate this sword, it's going to be much more difficult and a lot less power generation than if I start manipulating it using my hips, okay? So, I hope that gives you some idea of how we work power generation. Remember, you can start off here and just start moving the weapon and getting used to this hip turning and your body turning, okay? Then once you get used to that, you can come forward, strike, back, strike, forward, back, forward. Maybe come down this way, forward, back, okay? Or you can come here, line up for the clearing strike, forward, okay? 1, 2. So, I hope that gives you a little bit of an idea of how we generate power, and clarifies a little bit about why we do it. Feel free to practice this on your own, and leave any comments or questions you have below. Thank you.
the volume, pump up 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 the volume.